grand and fatal movements towards death. The grandeur of the Mass makes pity a fool. The tearing pity for the atoms of the Mass, the persons, the victims, makes it seem monstrous to admire the tragic beauty they build. It is beautiful as a river flowing, as frost in November, the gold and flaming death dance of leaves. It is beautiful as a slowly gathering glacier on a high mountain rock face, bound to plow down the forest below. Beautiful as a girl on the night of her spent maidenhood, bleeding and kissing. I would burn my right hand in a slow fire to change the future. I should do foolishly. The beauty of modern man is not in the persons, but in the masses. The slow, disastrous rhythm of the heavy and mobile masses. The dance of the dream-led masses down the dark mountain. Shaking a little bit on during the meditation, which I often do. It's like a feeling that I've had in life, which I'm a bit like alone in a fucked up world, and I've got to do something. It's kind of a lot of weight on my shoulders. So oftentimes in meditation I end up releasing it. It's an old pattern, it's a deep pattern. I get the sense that I'm a lot less alone than I used to be, and the feeling that something has to change, or we should change something quite deeply, then I think that pattern starts to release. It's a bit like a trauma release, just enabled by feeling of being together with people finally. I grew up in a family that was quite politically idealistic. My grandfather was an IRA person, volunteered at 15 for the IRA and took part in something called the Lisbon Uprising. Was one of, I think, 2 people that escaped with their lives from that botched uprising after they were turned in to the British authorities, and most were hung. He escaped on a ship to the States, and I think I inherited this kind of sense of justice. I used to give speeches about how the Irish should help rebellions in the other colonies rather than congratulate themselves on being independent. They should help other colonies gain independence across the world. During St. Patrick's Day and things like that. So I think that's part of my early sense, I suppose, of a need for a radically wiser world. I'm a big believer in becoming less self-conscious by noticing self-consciousness. letting go. And I've been thinking about staying humble, reflecting on it, and how easy it is to remain humble if you reflect on how badly the species that you're part of is doing. Maybe that's a good invitation to accept the darkness, because darkness makes you humble, I think. I offer to love the darkness too. If you can't see everything, then you can't really navigate everything. And if you can't love everything, you can't see everything. Finding a way to love Donald Trump and love Roger Stone. Well, to find the beauty in everything. You love the ugliness. It's really important, I think, for everyone. And that's humility. It's very hard to be full of yourself if you do that. It's easy to get full of myself as soon as I take my gaze away from that. Often I'm permitted to return to a meadow, as if it is a scene made up by the mind, that is not mine, but is a made place. That is mine. It is so near to the heart, an eternal pasture folded in all thought, so that there is a hall therein. That is a made place, created by light, wherefrom the shadows that are forms fall. Wherefrom fall all architectures I say are likenesses of the first beloved, whose flowers are flames lit to the lady. She it is, queen under the hill, whose hosts are a disturbance of words within words, that is a field folded. It is only a dream of the grass blowing east against the source of the sun, in an hour before the sun's going down, whose secret we see in a children's game of ring around of roses told. Often I am permitted to return to a meadow, as if it is a given property of the mind, that some bounds hold against chaos. It is a place of first permission, everlasting omen of what is. Those are basically like, I think, a pair. Awareness of where we're at and the capacity to be there, to know that I can be there, that we can be there.